Hello and welcome to Coast Nation Fan TV. I am Bilo. I am your host. This is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Amakosi Football Club. And once again, in today's video, we will be talking about Kaizer Chiefs' best 11, according to me anyway. So do make sure to also let me know who you think is or deserves to be in the Kaizer Chiefs starting lineup right now, or is on the 11 of the best Kaizer Chiefs players at the moment. Feel like my stream is lagging, something is wrong, but as you are joining in, if you are watching this live, join in and say hi and leave a like, and also make sure to comment letting me know what you think. If you're new to this channel, please do subscribe. In this channel, we speak everything Kaizer Chiefs. We preview Kaizer Chiefs matches, we review Kaizer Chiefs matches, and we do all the good stuff. So, do make sure to comment. Okay, so guys, I want to also just let you know, Uguti, again, Kaizer Chiefs, Coast Nation Fan TV, we go live each and every weekday at the same time, which is 7:30, 7:30 every day. We go live 7:30 South African time. We go live, so make sure Uguti, you turn on the notification. There is something that I am trying to fix currently, so please do forgive me. Let me just do this ukuze ngeke ngiphazamise the stream, and instead I will close my mic and not my mic, my video. I wanted to close my video, but I'm realizing ukuthi it's going to do ezinye izinto. Okay, anyways, as I was saying, Uguti, every day we go live at 7:30. Did I say 7 earlier? We go live every day at 7, and when we go live, I want to talk to you guys more than anything. Akusikho ukuthi ngifuna ukuthi ngivele nje ngihlale la and talk and you listen and whatever. It's supposed to be me talking to you, interacting. That's how this thing works. So let me just welcome the Kosi fans who have already joined. Ngithi welcome lapho Kosi Simba, Kosi Mandla, welcome, who said one day this channel will host Kaizer Jr. so he can explain what management is doing. That's my hope. I wonder ukuthi when we get to that level, will they even agree to join the channel, because I feel like we've said a lot of things that they might not like. Anyways, it's okay. And then Kosim Cook says, Hola lapo, hola Kosi, welcome. Kosi or Queen Buisile says, Mpilo 8. I hope Ubuisile ngempela it's a lady, because masengithe Queen and it's a guy, I don't think they will feel very well. Anyways, this setup is new now. It's new setup. Wait, which side should I go? Yeah, this side. Okay. So, and then Kosi Tumelo says, Molo brother, Kosi for life. Kosi for life. First time give a life. Kosi Tapelo, Kosi Lesejo. I don't know what that is, but welcome guys. So we're going to start, ne? And I am a bit scared of of this starting 11, because people are going to bite my head off. Some people maybe because I'm going to make some brave omissions which won't go down well with some people, but nevertheless I will make them, because I feel like at this point, at this point we need these bold decisions to be made in order for our team to perform well. So as I said, if you're watching live, let me know as I go through my starting 11 what you think of each player, and also if you think who you think you would put in your own starting 11, starting with Okone. And beginning of the season, if you've been going with me throughout this journey, Kaizer Chiefs, Uguti, I like Kone, right? I like Kone a lot. Like, However, I do feel like we need to start planning for a life after Khune. Khune is not going to be around that long, right? And if, for example, looking at the game year weekend, right? We're looking at the game year weekend. Khune made 2 mistakes, and we've been complaining about Uguti or Brucey, who's this other guy? Peterson. They're making mistakes. So if we complain about those two making mistakes, then Khune also make a mistake. Isn't it better than to start experimenting ngabo laba who are still there long term, right? I thought so. I thought umchita ngibona ngokuthi uthi ola. Yes, Khosi Buyisile, not Queen. Angazi ngithi Queen one. It's because in Zulu that's a lady's name. Yes. Anyways, let's continue. So even though I feel like we should be experimenting Ngobo Peterson and Ubvuma at this point because Khune is on his way out, I don't think they will renew his contract in June, which essentially means we have started building with Khune and then we'll let him go in June, which kind of drags us back to starting afresh again with Khune next season. I mean, with another keeper, because if I'm being honest, I really don't think Khune next season, the contract will be renewed. And because of that, trusting in him right now means Chiefs needs to start afresh again with whoever the keeper will be in the next season. So it's a really tricky situation. However, right now, I would still say if Bezo renew a contract, that's the only condition. If Khune is really going to start, that must be on a condition yoguti they are giving him an extended contract for next season. Otherwise, I don't see why Khune should be starting for the Chiefs if Khune is leaving end of the season. That's the end of story. But as I said, I will start with Khune because right, he is there. Right back, I don't understand. Now I'm not talking about who I think Zwane will start against Sundowns. We'll make a video about that on Friday. I think mina uScelmpilo Chiliza now seniyalazi igama lami nesibongo. I personally think uSolomon should be starting ahead of Ufrosla. I really do. Because you look at the Chiefs, you look at the kind of football that we are playing. You are playing a kind of football that's trying to play high line. You are playing a football that needs a wide overload. You need your wingers to run wide. You need your fullbacks to run and attack and add numbers forward. So essentially, what you need someone who has enough on his tank to go forward and also go back. Now, Ufrosla is not that player, guys, if we're being honest. Ufrosla uzoya phambili makumela ephambili, but masekuthiwa ufuna futhi emumva usuyamxhaphaza. He's not gonna do that in a way that you want him to do, and because of that, I still would select uSolomons over Ufrosla, not because Ufrosla sucks. No, Ufrosla is a good player. But for a system here, Chiefs, Ufrosla could be good coming on in the second half and whatever. But I pick uSolomons as the right back any day of the week, twice on Sundays. Especially Futigek, Asigiyek Sundowns. Especially since right now we have this situation in midfield, Yoguti. I'm a defensive midfielders who cannot cover for him as much as we want them to. You need him to rescue himself in a pace on the right. I think I saw that against was it the Pirates? Yeah, I think it was against the Pirates. Uguti, if you have someone, who's this guy that we were scared of when we were about to play against the Pirates? Usaleng. We're like, Usaleng will crush us and stuff like that. And then I saw the guy Solomons just going back, tracking back, covering himself. And I'm like, yeah, that's what you need. That is what you need. If you couple bit rate, because they're saying the current stream bit rate is 5,000, is higher than the recommended. ngizama ukufixa izinto zami ke la ukuthi ngingaleki ngibe umsakazo right. So uFrosler ngeke akwenze lokho ke. Even if he does do that, he won't do it for the entire season, because we know ukuthi in recent years he's had his own injury concerns. So awusamdlalisa uFrosler here and there 60th minute to come in and do what Solomons can do in 60 minutes and then have Frosler do it in 30 minutes. So in a way, he's still there playing good enough for the Chiefs, and you are replacing a quality player with another good quality player, just that this one is not a starter and the other one is a starter. So yeah, that's my right back. And then left back, this is where it gets interesting, and I think Udove should be starting as a left back, because mainly because of the fact that as much as uHlanti engazidlisi lokhu esikwenziwa uKwinika right now, ukuthi cha uKwinika uzidlisa sibone ukuthi uyazidlisa uKwinika, yabo. So as much as uHlanti engazidlisi lokho kucacile ukuthi cha uyazidlisa, I still feel like, I mean uHlanti as much as engazidlisi size sibone kube sobala hawu wazidlisa uHlanti, I still feel like he doesn't give us much going forward. You see a lot happening on the right, either Solomons or Frosler, but you don't see anything on the left. Umbona nje inverter and then anyamalala sekuphelile kanjalo. But when uMashiane was playing, washawa ke now ukuthi uMashiane he what's this thing? Stamina sakhe, because he's not been playing in a long time. Has not played in a long time. Ugcine ekhathala like way before his time was up, like he ended up being tired and then was taken off. But if you think about ukuthi if udlalisa uHlanti ngalendlela le who's this guy uMashiane was playing, ukuthi was overlapping and going up and getting in positions to play those balls into the box, then you could have some potential danger. And given also the same nature kaDove ukuthi he's quick with the pace, kuzomsiza futhi nayo ukuthi uyakwazi ukuya phambili aphinda abuyele emuva. That's what I think would happen. And I know ukuthi I said in one of the videos earlier on in the season ukuthi I wouldn't take uDove to left back because of the fact that there is a good chemistry building between him and Kwinik. Ayikho lento engangisho. The more I watch ngiyabona ukuthi ngangikhuluma umsangano nje, because right now siyabona ukuthi akuna partnership nje abayikhandayo lapha. Ayikho nje partnership abayikhandayo ngaphandle kokusiphuza. So ungcono nje sibahlukanise. No, mina I'm not saying uDove yaboza, because sengibona ama comments people think no, I would move uDove to left back not because of the fact that he's bad as a center back. No, me moving uDove to left back is solely because uHlanti is not giving us enough. That's my thing ukuthi I wouldn't move him because no he sucks uyasiphuza. No, I would move him because siphuzwa omunye umuntu odlala left back right now. So I would rather have someone who I think will give us a much better output in that position. That's what I'm saying. So guys, if you're enjoying this video, please do make sure to like. Let me just read some of your comments. Yes, ubuyisile Kosi uthi ndingumchita mpilo. I'm sorry for referring to you as a lady. And then another comment before I continue to ama center backs, because ngafaka ama center back if ningibangisa uDove ku left back nizolwa impela ke nami mase ngikhuluma ngama center back. Bathi Khosi for life for Khosi Makwande, Khosi Mukisa izola Khosi. Siya the Star says defense Edmilson, Matoho, Hlanti, Solomons. Wait, okay. Midfield Sehota in midfield Njabulo Ngcobo, Nkosi Ngiphile Ngcobo and Cole. Mana, I'm guessing udlala 4-4-2. So please, if you are posting a formation, if you are posting a starting 11, usho ne formation, because my ultimate field bese ngidideka. So it looks like a 4-4-2 that has Njabulo Ngcobo as a defensive midfield, but Cole is also a defensive midfielder, which means Ngcobo would be playing him as a right midfield. So yeah, okay. And then Frank, cause Frank Kumede says sawubona Khoslami yebo, and then Khosibuyisile says okay sengifundile comment yakhe, and then Khosimandla says Khune first we need to buy a new keeper, send Bvuma on loan, Peterson reserve keeper. Uyalwa. And then Ukhosimagwande says why nimthanda kanje uHlanti because uyazidlisa. I haven't seen anyone talking about Hlant. Or maybe you are referring to the other comment where Uhlant is included. Mina vele Uhlant, I am not impressed so much with him. I'm underwhelmed. In fact, he's just giving us meh performances for a player of his quality. Khosimagwande, okay, Khosimandla says we don't like Hlanti, but he doesn't have competition, so he has to play. That's another problem that we have. Then Khosisimba says, are Chiefs going to sign any Zimbabwean player? I have no idea. I haven't seen anything that suggests that. And then Khosihle says, Pelo with no fee and favor, Frosla uyaboza because every time si-attacker uyahamba ngabuya vula imbobo. So ukuboza lokho nkabi yami. Wena ufuna ngishama hot takes. Phela if I can make a video where I can just talk about hot takes and have honest conversation. We can have that video one of these days and just have honest conversations about players. Cause maningi ama conversations that we can have about what's happening with Chiefs right now. So keeper uziyophuma ku strike, like we can have an honest conversation about every player, but I choose not to because awuthi ngiqhubeke ngiye kuma center back. Okay ne. So the first one, I know most of you ngeke ningibangise kulo, but kolandela ngizongibangisa. So I think uNjabulo Ngcobo deserves to start as a center back, and I know some people are already saying akayodlala as a defensive midfield. Hear me out. So first of all, umuntu oqala uNjabulo Ngcobo, right? Because if you are looking at what Zwana is trying to do, uzama ukuthi ama defender ethu abe comfortable on the ball. And since sengithathe uDove ngamsa left back, then you're gonna have someone ozodlala in the center back position still comfortable. I know ukuthi ukuba left-footed center back is more advantageous than ukuba right-footed center back who's playing on the left. But right now we don't have that player who's left-footed, so the best option that we can use huyo Ngcobo. And kukhona ke vele that small anyana issue ukuthi ipace yakhe is not that good. But even namanje we have uKwinika who's not that quick, and bangabe bekhavana no Dove on this side ukuthi since uDove fast uzokwazi ukurecover quick enough and come back to his position. And also this season so far uNjabulo Ngcobo last time he played angisho ke where he played against Arrows la fika igibelela khona ibhola. Sengisho before that ukuthi he was getting a man of the match performances and stuff like that. So I think that also speaks volumes ukuthi he has proven ukuthi he can play in the system and play good enough. So I think he deserves to start ahead of Okwinika, for example. The second player, are you ready? The second player is Ungezana. Simply put, because Ungezana is quick, Ungezana at the same time, we account for the future ukuthi he will be there. And also when it comes to competing for aerial balls, Ungezana uyacompete for amabhola emoyeni. Ungezana can also, so far he's the defender who has also scored for us. Yes, uDove wakora ikick ibhola likhahlela, but Ungezana against Chiefs he scored that header going backwards against Stellenbosch. He was good aerially, he was good recovering the ball, he was just good overall. So I would play Ungezana no Njabulo Ngcobo. And I know some people will say but labo badlali labo have made mistakes this season. But uDove no Kwinika nabo have made mistakes, yet they are playing. Now there is a question of course that people will ask ukuthi hey uZwane wenziwa uMatoho yini wanenzani yini ngamfuna uMatoho. Maning indaba isekutheni right now even uMatoho is not sure about the future yakhe ku Chiefs. And I've made myself clear ukuthi I don't see how it's a good idea to say uzothatha uKhune and then uzothatha uMatoho and say ababe foundation squad sethu ekubeni i-project is for the next 3 years and ukhune noMatoho in the next 3 years, they will be gone. So how do you then build on someone that you're going to take away? Buka nje the good example that happened with Ublom, who had played maybe 10, 12 matches, maybe 7 matches as a defensive midfield. Sawubona umehluko wakhe. And then uthe mayisehambile sesiyabona ukuthi azikunembombo esho Ublom. So we can't then say sizodependa kuMatoho ozojika ahambe next makuphela le season. Then sekumele siqale phansi futhi and look for new combinations. So I don't think that would be the ukuthi sithi sothemba abadlali and then inkinga yethu sekuzoba ukuthi next season siqala phansi and then we are building again instead of just doing it now ukuthi okay stick with this defensive partnership and we're sticking with it, we're building ngayo, we're making sure ukuthi chemistry yabo iyakhula, hayi ukuthi ngidlalisa umuntu ozojika ahambe in 6 months time. So to me that does not make sense. Awuthi ngiqhubeke ngifunda amanye ama comments athi cause sengiqedile ngama defenders ethu. Khosisi House says Dove left back, no discussion there. And then uMandla, cause Mandla says hayi inkosi yami Dove left back hayi ngeke. Khosisi House says Hlanti out, and then Khosimphazima. And again, I don't understand that I don't know whether it's a high or what, but it's there. And then Khosisihle says Dove and Cha, why the moment ends a mistake uvele lose focus? Oh, uthi Dove and Cha, why the moment ends a mistake uvele lose focus? Oh, you mean now when he makes a mistake he loses focus? I think he knows us, ne? That's another thing. These players know us. So good ish. I've made a mistake, now they're going to make a big deal of this. So uvela sabi na ukuthi oh my goodness, I'm finished. I am definitely finished. I'm looking at the stream this side to see what is everything looking good. Anyways, aqhubekeke uKhosis Khawati, people seem to forget Dove is a left back, not center back. It's because it's been so good at our center back and we've come to a point where we're like, you know what, he should just play there because it's been good there and let's just keep him there. At the same time, we see what on the left kunenkinga yokuthi we don't have enough going on there. Guys, continue nama comments. Ngifuna ukubona ama comments eni. And then masiqhubeka siya lapha Khosisia the star, who says I don't think our defense should be going forward at all since they are failing to properly defend. I think that's what I meant. And he continues to say our defense should not pass center line for now unless it's a corner. These guys are failing in at the moment and they need to learn to defend as a unit first. Here's the thing, because the Chiefs right now, what they're doing is the goals that we concede, Axiwama count, it's not counters at all. So I would say it would worry me if we were conceding goals from Ama count. You understand? So then I would say definitely I'm a defender there too. I definitely need water. I've been talking for what? For way too long. Now I need water. 23 minutes in Kulum, I can't leave the stream. But oh my god. There's no water. Anyways, yeah. So I don't think it defense here to inkinga yabo overlap. Inkinga yabo nje lama mistakes abawenzayo. We can go through all the goals. Maybe at some point we should just make another video about all the goals we've conceded so far. But Aliki Koli, I think it's against the Sundowns where Nazir was 1v1 Nongcobo on the right and then Shia, then Wangena. That was the only time where I feel like we're beaten by a count. But the other goals are my mistakes in J2. So I don't think that's the biggest issue. We don't recover, you know. So yeah. Okay, before ngiqhubeka nama comments, let me go to a midfield. Midfield, I feel like I should have had a graphic. In my midfield, I would have Samgelo and Umart. I know they are not defensive midfielders, But mina guys, I feel like Chiefs so far, I also don't think Usamkelo Zwane is a natural defensive midfield. But I feel like he can become that player. He can become that player because, again, what other options do you have? You play Unjabulo Ngcobo there, as I said, in my starting 11, Angadlala as a defender. So that means the options that you are left with is Okol Nonang. And I'm not playing them in my team. They're not. They can come in, Masekmeles manage game later on, but ngeke. So mina as a team that will have the ball and hold on to a ball, I will trust that Uguti. We have the ball, and if we lose the ball, then we counter press quick and win the ball back. Ukuze singeke sibe nenkinga zokuthi, oh no, sesilahlekelwe ibhola, now they're attacking us through the middle and now we're in trouble. I'll just play Marty Nozwane in the defensive midfield roles as a double pivot, so that then they are there as a unit. Akekho dlala phambi komunye, badlala bobawu in that position, and they are also helping us build from the back, because I feel like they are just good enough to play as deep lying playmakers in that position. So I would still play Marty Benozwane in that position until abe exposed ngalendlela engizoba convinced ngayo mina uZwane. I would not play him like as an 8, because angamboni ngempela eba exposed. I heard people saying he was exposed against what's this team, against Amazulu. I didn't see that, so sorry. I would still play him as a defensive midfield. And then Utu, let those hot takes come. We must expose Billiard. Oh my God, I won't play. My hot takes. Forget it. Because if I let my hot takes, you quickly develop my reputations on YouTube. Oh my God. My camera. Or develop my reputation on YouTube. Kuzotwa, yeah, mpilo, hey. Develop my reputation. So tumpilo, uhleze bash Chiefs, ayang bafang funu ba bash. They are bashing themselves by these losses. So angfunu kubang ba bash. And then another comment says, centre backs, I'm only comfortable with Dove. Kosi Johnson says, did Chiefs sign any new striker? We're still waiting for Christian Sahil to be signed, but otherwise we haven't heard anything about who's signing for Chiefs. And then Kosi Sikhau says something very, very important. Attention. He says the likes, Lapo, fellow fans. Yes, please, guys. The likes, please. I pledge live stream one of these days. Sigo 100 bama likes, cause sigma 3,000 small 300 bama views manje, which I appreciate, by the way. Thank you for watching, but sakubeka in a video because I'm still in defensive midfielders. And then maskubeka na my comments. Ukosi Simba says Chiefs must do one better this time. One can only hope, and of course Kosi Moses says, I don't trust any of those. Right now, I'm going with the best we have. I'm not going with, because Bonkevel, you can point something about them. I mean, they've all made mistakes. Let's just make it that simple. The only defender that hasn't made a mistake with Chiefs at this point, I think it would be Umatoho, because he hasn't played. But ube nama mistakes akhe kwi Chiefs last season, and then kuzoba who's this? Solomons, because he hasn't made a clear goal that led to a goal, and we full back anyway. But anyone who's a centre back has made a mistake this season, so yeah. And then Kosi Mandla says, Samkelo Zwane flick from the center. It was so beautiful. Confidence. You need people abazodlala kanjalo. Kosi Ndumiso says Cole must play as a defensive midfielder this weekend. I wouldn't be shocked if that happened, because Sundowns izosidominate vele, because nabo beza bazi ukuthi eswini natural we don't have natural defensive midfielder, so they might try to see how that works, drop Themba Zwane into that position and overload the midfield here to Jesu. The more I think of it in my head, ngiyabuka nje ukuthi izinto ezosiyenziwa iSundowns angiyithandi. Anyways, siqhubeke siye kwenye comment ethi I think Matt with Solomons will play better because Solomons recovers. And then Henry says, are we still signing new players on Facebook? Well, on Facebook, but the team is not signing anyone. On Facebook, we are signing. Our Diski Challenge up and coming coach will suck. Oh, I don't know whether you are referring to the fact that because Chiefs is bringing in Utuba, Shabalala, and who else? And who's one to main team? We don't know. Anyway, let me continue. So, as number 10, Umshin. Yeah, I know someone would say, I will Umshin ngalip. Umshin mina, kona someone who even said, angazi angilazi ibhola or something. Mina ngizokutshela, if a person is just being disrespectful on the channel, I will hide your comment. It will never be seen ever again because I won't tolerate disrespect. If you disagree with me. Like tell me, okay, Mpilo, I disagree with you because of 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Don't just come and say ayikho lento eshoyo. Remove a comment yakho mina because if ungeke ube reasonable remove a comment because people are abusive because I'm on YouTube and they just feel like they can say whatever. So someone was saying ayikho lento eshoyo ngomshini. So I think umshini minak or my reasoning. Now anginikeza reasoning yakho. I think personal umshini played better very well in the game against the Sundowns. So I think if he can work on his work rate, feel like that's redundant. But if he can improve his work rate, Umshini has a potential of being a really good player because he's a playmaker, but I still feel like his weakness is lazy, right? I just feel like Umshini is too lazy and he's limiting himself so much. He could be doing so much more, and I just realized my battery is running out and all of this might disappear in a second if I don't start charging my laptop. So I think Umshini should still play in that position, but he must improve his defensive ability because as Sweeney, I watch even big teams. For example, you see Kevin De Bruyne running around marking, you wanna bonke abadlali bemark in the team in midfield because it's just a demanding position. But Umshini kwesinye isikhathi I see him disappearing in that position and he should be doing much more because abantu most of the times people end up making this issue ukuthi in midfield we're struggling and yada, and they forget ukuthi it's not just down to a defensive midfielder. It's also down to, is everyone else assisting? Yes, now it's charging. Is everyone assisting defensively? Because if you're not assisting the defensive or the deep lying players, then you're not going to have a solid team in midfield. So you need everyone to pull their weight and make sure ukuthi siyasebenzisana and not just ukuthi no Tina we're not defending. So I think Umshini is good. He just needs to improve his defensive work rate. Okay, now going to the left wing, I would still play Udupree. Reason being, Udupree over Sekgotha, by the way. I feel like there's a player called Adama Traore who plays for Wolves. Adama Traore will run with the ball. He will run with the ball. He would outmuscle everyone. But Masekmela cross, Avelenja shine begele. And that's why he hasn't gotten a big move to another team. He went to Barcelona for 6 months, went back to Wolves because end product here is just not there. And that's the problem with Sekgotha. Uguti, it's guaranteed ukuthi Sekgotha uzohlupha, but bese hlupha to what end, right? Ugcina ungaboni uhluphe kwayapi. With Udupree though, it's different. Ukuhlupha kwakhe akusikho ukuhlupha kokuthi uphethe ibhola azama ukudribble ukuhlupha lokho kwenza ama runs in behind ama diagonal runs, and then that's why so many times we've seen him getting these goal scoring chances that he ends up missing. So that's a player who needs finishing, but we still know that he gets himself kuma position right grounding, so that's why I would play him kwi left wing. And then on the right wing, bazongiphikisa futhi la Sizolo. I debated this, by the way, with myself ukuthi what's the good decision, who do I play as a left winger, as a right winger? And for his technical ability, I would still pick Udoli. Hey, how much? I know. I would still pick Udoli because there are games where I've seen Udoli play much better. And the other reason is because I feel like with Udoli, you can, if Umshini is not working, you can always take out Umshini and put Udoli in that number 10 position. And then he would still give you something. So because versatile, because in the games where he played as a 10, he played well. So I think if Umshini is not working in that position, then you take out Umshini and then you put Udoli in that number 10 role. And then you can bring Usekot or whoever in the right wing position. So that's my thing. And then as a number 9, no, it's not to Caleb. Caleb can still be a valid part of, or a valuable part of a team, but I wouldn't start him because I feel like he limits Chiefs. Ngokuthi Chiefs are always trying to find him ngoba we reference point phambili, which works sometimes, but for a team that's trying to play ball pants and progress the ball forward, he's not helping us. Instead, Sloku zamkushama crossi ekubeni kuye yedwa umuntu omude, and he doesn't even win those headers. So then sibane inkinga. So I don't think I would start Caleb in my team. I will tell you who I will start, but let me just read my comments, and please continue liking the video and commenting. I think I've seen only one starting 11 so if you're watching this after it's gone live, please leave your starting 11 down on the comment section. More comments from Kosi Seremi says it's not for the first time meeting Downs, we can beat them. 11 wins in a row, Tina 2 losses in a row. 1-1, Pumu 2, Nyasab. Kosi Manda says machine work rate is his only problem. He can't recover for us defensively. Yeah, what I was saying. And Usimba says, Kosi Simba says Machaka is the best supporter of all time. Manje Machaka upis because uMachaka angazi kwenzakalani ngaye vele. Ngizoyishiya lapha, I won't even say much. I don't know what happened with him. People said a lot of things about Machaka, but we're not talking about Machaka. And then Mokone Tabos, because Tabo says Mpilo Machine is coming, okay. He will carry Chiefs and play well with Samgelo Zwan. I agree. I think that's just the thing. They must work on his conditioning, because I think kukhona mhlawumbe ukuthi ulazy but khona kunokuthi he's not fit enough. So maybe they should work on his conditioning ukuthi azi ukuthi you can recover and work hard enough to make sure ukuthi you covering all your bases defensively and offensively. And then kube khona uKhosi Nkululeko who says Khosi Nation ayibo lapho played ayibo lapho. And then Khosi Theo says people are blaming youngsters but they never make any mistake, instead experienced players hosting us. I do not know how many times I've been saying this, because people are so quick to say, hey, these young stars, but who's making mistakes in that team? It's not Otuba, it's not Abozwane, Aksibo, Abafana Bangan. It's definitely the old ones who are making these mistakes. And then bese kuzoba Kosi Godfrey says we're coming good. Let's hope our next game will play well. 4-4-2 is the way. Yo, I doubt ukuthi bazodlala 4-4-2. I doubt it because ukushintsha the entire system with this team that fails to move from one half to another, bese uzobashintshisa system within a week. Angibathembi mina bafethu. Angithembi le team lena ngokuyishintshisa system angeke. And the last time change system to 3-5-2 ended up being destroyed by Cape Town City no 2-0. Yes, it wasn't 4-0, but it was still painful to watch that game. Siag says Mart lacks creativity for me as a midfielder. The reason Chiefs is failing to create clear scoring opportunities because of players like Mart. I tend to disagree, as I feel like Umat is limited by the fact that he's playing deep, and yet somehow, I don't know whether it's in his mind, he feels the need to go forward and he can't do it, and ugcine se under pressure and he can't handle that. So I think mina that role, your creativity, Umshin has been trying to make it his, and by having Umart, no, especially Uzwane, they can play together, and they have played together, in fact. And I think honestly, Chiefs can build with those three in that midfield. Umat just needs to adjust certain things, because I've seen certain things. I'm not saying, for example, I wouldn't dare say Umat is the best midfielder. There are better midfielders in who can replace Umat or play better than Umat. So I honestly think there's someone who can play better than Umat. But kule team that the Chiefs has, I still pick Umat to play alongside Mfanakazana lo wakazwana. And then Kosis Khao says good point on Kosingphile Ngcobo about his work rate. You're also right about Dolly as his switch. Yeah, versatility, leadership on the team is also needed. That's why you also need Dolly in the team. Mzamo uright, Umat nozwane kumele badlale double number 6 and Mati kumele alawuleke. Care to elaborate, cause alawuleke in what sense? Please comment ukuthi what do you mean Umat kumele alawuleke. Konethabo says Kone, Frosla, 3 Dove, 4 Ngezana, 5 Matoho. I'm 5 Matoho, and then 6 Mart, 7 Mdu, so that's right winger. Those were the positions I saw sebenzisa nje esikoleni. 8 Uzwane, okay. 9 Uduba, 10 Umshini, 11 Sehot. The rest bench. Yazi, the reason why, ngisazosho ukuthi number 9 wambana ngakasho. And then Kosibongani says Kune, Hlanti, Solomons, Matoho, Dove, Mart, Zwana. Ngazi uMart noZwane, are they playing together? One is playing ahead of one. And then kube no Dolly. Hey, waba controversial bugad. Wavele wazothi sekhotha billiard Caleb. You know why I wouldn't put Billiard if I'm playing Caleb? Because I think if you are saying Billiard, you are saying then Billiard is playing as a winger. How is it going to help us defensively? Because he's failing to press as a number 9, which we need from a number 9. Now, how much more will he cost the team if he's playing as a winger? Because we've seen Udupe tracking back Ama runs. So I don't know, Guti, Caleb no Billiard in the same team. Hey, sizoba nenkinga. Ama passenger amabili phela lawo, but angekho ke lapho. Okay, number 9 wami. Number 9 wami ngizothi Umdu. And I know ukuthi Umdu at times he seems more like a number 10 rather than a number 9. I would have him as that player ozodlala as a number 9, achika be false 9, because he can always drop into midfield and make us even abadlala aba 4, and whoever is marking him or a defender will be forced to go with Umdu, because if you don't go with Umdu, what you are doing as a defender, you are risking a player getting a ball and running at you who is as skilled as Umdu. Unlike Caleb has my tall ball, you are trapper uzamgul pasa lalphuma khona so that the wingers can run. But with Umdu, when he gets the ball, he can run at you with the ball. And ususenkinga nike manje mayisekujaha ngeball. So inkinga ngisilapho ukuthi Umdu mayisethatha iball eserana at you usunenkinga. So he can be that creative player that just forces ama defender to go with him, and mabenza leyo nto lo bezama kumlandela, he's doing the true magic of a number 9, false 9, ukuthi bazomlandela and then open spaces behind, and then that's where Umshini can now pass amabola with passes being ngathini, with spaces being opened behind, and we know ukuthi Ashley thrives when there's a space behind ama defenders. So that's me, that's what I think. I think ngifunda ama starting 11 enu. Kositebo says, Kositeo first says Sand is very lazy. I think we must get a left back. Kosibongane says true at Theo. And then Kostebo says Kune, Dove, Suti Dove's left back, Ngobo, Ngezana Solomon's right back, Swane Mart, Ngobo. We agree on your team until you say Billiards to pre-Dolly. I think to pre on the left, Billiards central, Dolly on the right. We agree. Billiards if engavusi form yakhe nje, then into eningi ngalunga kwi-Chiefs. It's just that he's also one of those players that I feel like is going out. So if he comes back and he's better, why not try him? It's just that these boys bayashisa laba bancane right now. Kukhona ke nokuthi kune balance yokuthi where do you draw the line between putting too much responsibility ey'ntwaneni and just giving them a chance. It's a topic for another day. Kosi Mandla, finally, here's your starting 11. He says, Kune, Solomons, Hlanti, Dove, Ngezana, Ungisungcobo ngescheme, 6, Zwane, Mart, Nongcobo, Sekhota, Mdu, and Duba. No Dolly, nothing. No Ashley, nothing. Ay, ngiyakuzwa Kosi. And then Kosi Magwande says, Kune, Solomons, Matoho, Ngcobo, Dove yazi slow with the center back pairing yakho. Anyways, Dove, Mart, Zwane, Ngcobo, Sekhota, Dolly, Kama. I like how people have different lineups, and it's good. It's good to see. This is what I'm looking for. Ukuthi abantu bakhulume and speak their minds, and it's good. I like the fact that we have different opinions, but we still agree in certain places and in most places. Especially with defense. Funny how no one is starting Ukwinika. Because Inhlanhla says Sanbonani, Theo says there is only 2 players I will never play in my team. Hlanti and Frosler, because they are not giving us anything. You know, when you said that, it sounds so deep. It's like it's coming from inside. Would you know who I won't play? So guys, that's my starting 11. Let me go through it again. Kune as the goalkeeper, Solomon's right back, Dove left back, then no. Let me start afresh. Kune as the goalkeeper, Solomon's right back, Dove left back, Ngcobo left center back, and then Ngezana as the other center back. Double pivot, Pamgwabo Gamart. No Papa no Zwane, and the number 10 is Nkosingphile Ngcobo. On the left Dupree, centrally Ushabalala, and then on the right is Udove. That's my starting 11. Drop your own down on the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next video. By the way, guys, ama suggestions, le video le is also a suggestion from another Kaizer Chiefs fan. So, kuma comments, give me your own suggestion of a video that you want us to talk about. Not on the live chat right now, but you can either go to what's this thing? You can either go to the community tab. I posted ukuthi drop your shandies. Let me show you what I'm talking about when I say the community tab, because I feel like I'm just saying community tab and people don't even know what I'm talking about. Display capture. Okay, is it even open? Let me show you. Just a second. I wanna show you what I'm talking about when I say community tab. System yami yasindwa, I can't even show you. But if you go to my channel on YouTube, khona into ethi videos, kube khona into ethi connect videos, connect live, khona ethi shorts, khona yabo nje and all that stuff. So what you want to do is infinity screen. Oh my goodness. Let me remove this because it's just blocking my screen. Okay, so ngaseni So what I'm saying is you need to go to my channel, go community post, and then that's where you can comment and say what topic you want us to cover, because I said this, I want us to talk about things that are interesting to you. Angifuni ukuthi ngivuke ngithi asikhulumeni nge-remote ukuthi ngayisiza kanjani i-Chiefs win. Funa sikhulumeni about things that are interesting to you, because it's not fun for me mangenza ama-video ningawabuki. So that's why ngifuna ukuthi nina ningitshele ukuthi nifuna ukubona maphi ama-video, and then mina-ke I'll make videos about that, because this is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Makhosi. So that would be good. Okay. So let me just read these comments that have just come in while I was mumbling. Hola Kosimpilo from Kosimpo, and then Kosbongan says, actually you are right, Mpilo. Actually Caleb must just be benched. Mtungobo in Tuba, we have a gem, but something is short to get that ball in the net. We need Inkomo, who knows he's not a ball player. And then Costeo says, young players are doing well. The only players are costing us are those that are calling themselves experienced players. Yebo. Okay, so what I will say is, so we've come to the end of the video. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Kusasa at 7:30 again. I will see you on the next video, and until next time, remember, Ikosi alipheli umoya. Bye bye. I end live stream. Now I'm just looking at it.